Hello and welcome to Pillars of Eternity. Seems like you want to talk. Yeah, Kana wants to talk.
I confess, I was hoping our meeting with Mayorwald would go a little differently. But then, you have gained an entire keep. I don't think I've seen anyone inherit land that quickly since Kine the Younger read her father's will.
I don't see much use for this place.
It will give you a base from which to go searching at least. And then, there are secrets beneath the keep yet. With you at the helm, it should be easier to explore the endless paths.
Sure. Let's get out of here. Need to go back to the Gilded Vale. Rest there, purchase some supplies, and then return to the keep. And by that time, I believe we will have... I don't remember how it was called. The place we need to rest. What's that? You want to speak, mate?
That old watcher. I don't know what I expected, but it sure wasn't that.
You said you had some things you wanted to ask.
Nah, well, it's kind of embarrassing now. I just got a dumb idea in my head is all. Don't know why I thought it'd work. It's funny. That's probably the first thing I got my hopes up for in, I don't know, years. At least I got that out of it.
You were going to ask him in front of me anyway. You might as well speak.
All right. Guess fair is fair, and you did bring me to see him. Those rumors back in Gilded Vale about my brother, Woden. About how he'd turned against us and fought for Weidwin. Been on my mind for some time now. The thing about Woden was, he always knew what was right, and that's what he'd do. One day he set out to fight for Deerwood against a man claiming to be our god. So I knew that's what I had to do too. It was right. And hearing claims that he died fighting for Rey at Saris, that got me worried. Not that he'd chosen the wrong side, but that I had. Didn't seem right what Weidwin had in store, but if he really was Aethys, I thought, maybe this old Watcher would know how my brother died. So I could see if it was true. Like he could, I don't know, read it in my soul or something. Use our connection. Told you it was dumb.
And you didn't ask me for help. Guess cause I didn't know you. It's hard to trust a stranger that says he's a watcher.
Of course, I knew the truth deep down. A Watcher's not psychic. I think I just had this idea, and the idea made me feel a certain way, and I didn't want to lose that.
Really, if I wanted to find out about my brother, I shouldn't be starting with watchers. I should be starting with records. Why don't you then? If there was anything written down about it, they'd have it in Defiance Bay. They got an archive there.
You've done a lot for me already, but if you could see fit to pay that archive a visit with me, well, you know. Knowing my luck, the records clerk will go crazy and try to kill me. I'd feel better with you in there with me.
Sure, I did so much for you, walking from point A to point B. And I leveled up, so you did something for me too, apparently. This conversation was so boring, I aged. And became wiser. Stealth or mechanics, okay, let's go with one mechanics. Next time we'll go with stealth. Okay, what do we have? Crippling Strike. The rogue attacks his or her enemy ability to move more efficiently. Accuracy versus deflection. Deep Wound, that sounds cool. Instant foo attack, only active with melee weapons. My reflexes aren't that great actually. Dirty Fighting. The rogue employs a variety of underhanded tactics, turning some of his hits into critical hits. Okay, I guess we can only have deep wounds. I mean, rogue abilities. I'm gonna go with deep wounds, or finishing blow actually. No, go with deep wounds. Okay, so I wasn't actually able to ask myself to walk faster. Fair is fair. Let's see, that's deflection. Reckless assault. Sprained, let's see. That's fine.
Bit to slick your breeches, scholar lad.
I beg your pardon?
Nothing. I said nothing.
What was that all about? A lot seemed lost in thought. He flinched when I drew near, sucking a sharp breath throughout his teeth.
What can I do for you?
You've been acting strange. Stop it.
Crumbling castle, abandoned to memories, and an old man who can no longer tell them from reality. I'd say we've seen some rather strange things. And if Meerwald is to be believed, it would seem you've an uncertain future ahead.
He was out of his mind. I don't place stock in the rambling of a lunatic.
Perhaps Defiance Bay holds the answers we need.
Perhaps. Let's all go. We're going to the Gilded Vale first. There we can purchase some supplies. This is one very important keep. We have to pass through it, definitely, in order to reach the Gilded Vale from Defiance Bay, or the other way around. Actually, let's take a look at that again, shall we? This is the only bridge. There is no other. How was this keep not considered important enough to colonize? Of course, maybe if you go through here, then here, and then here, but if an enemy wants to go around this, this is the only place. It is an important threshold, to be certain. Let's go inside the inn. Hey, look at that, flowers. They glow. Take that, Pilgrim's Crown. Let's move in. The mechanic skill is used to pick locks and disarm traps. Sure. Hello, bar wench. Before we start, I'm gonna try to rob this guy. As is appropriate. Hello, what is this? Partial Eldritch Aim, accuracy for 10 seconds. Yeah.
Yes?
Just take the beer and go. Right.
Good day to you.
Hello. Before I have a room, I'm gonna read a book. Over the 5 years following his ascension to grave, Adamant attempted to mend relationships with the Glanfans and bring his lands together with theirs. He enacted laws that restricted taking new slaves, allowing Glanfans to buy their fellows out of bondage, and imposed a tax on slave ownership in order to promote the use of free labor. While there was some resistance to these new laws, the Verkioing attention to the Redseers and Outman's power, backed by the colonists, made it difficult for the Earls to truly resist what was happening. In 2662 AI, in the eyes of the 10th anniversary of the War of the Black Tree, Adamant brought about the end of slavery in Dagwood. He negotiated a series of treaties with the Glanfantians, Werians, and timeline was established. From the official anticipation of all remaining slaves, each owner would receive compensation in either land or money based on the number of slaves freed. If they didn't comply, the slaves would be seized and their former masters would suffer a substantial fine. In return for this, the Glanfatans opened trade routes with the Dagwood and allowed Dagwoodians to live in near areas. To live in or near areas that had their sacred ruins, but they are under no condition to enter the ruins themselves. As a final act of goodwill, Adamant freed Galvin Raggard, saying he had suffered sufficiently for his actions. The Ferkyoing, seeing he was completely out of control in his own Palantir, devised a plan to get the supply of ancient artifacts running again. He approached the Earls suffering under Adamant's rule and convinced them to hire agents to raid the ruins. Initially they did so in secret, but they quickly became sloppy, eventually being caught. Their breach of the treaties incited the Glamphatians again to act of violence, while Adamant researched who was behind it. With the help of Glamphatian leader, Adamant found evidence that pointed back to the Ferio King and the surface of the raids. That was the beginning of the end for the Adrian rule in the Dawood. Over the next 7 years, Adamant and the Ferkyoing maneuvered around each other, playing political, economic, and military games in order to gain the upper hand. In 2668 AI, Adamant declared Dawood had had enough. The Ferkyoing would no longer be recognized. The Dawood was now a free entity and would govern itself. This started the War of Defiance, which lasted 5 years. The end result of the war was freedom for the Dawood, and though Duke Adrant would never live to see it come to a close, the people of Dawood consider him the founder of the country, nevertheless. What a nice story, I actually like this one. Anyway.
Hail and well met.
Alright, Barwench, I seek a room. Okay. Let's sell stuff and purchase something. I want this one. 50, okay, that's good enough. From lowest to highest and sell everything. The Disappointer. If there ever was a weapon with no use whatsoever, it would be the Disappointer. And yet it was my first firearm, so I keep it close to my heart. A fine dagger indeed, fine hatchet, fine sword, fine hunting bow, and fine pike. None of those mattered. Sell all of these. Shall I leave those? Yeah, sure. Helmets. Well, all of them are completely useless, might as well sell them. Trade. And now let's rest.
Good day, stranger.
Good day, my lady. Which one? Resolve? Or... Let's go with this one. It really doesn't matter. Once we return, we will have place to sleep in the keep itself. Then we can actually start researching something else. The Cadnua. Yeah, there we go. It's completed. Car's main keep. Sure. 2,500 for those things. Yeah. Western Barracan. Those are the most expensive ones. How much for the Lodge? The Warden's Lodge. The Warden's Lodge watches over the wilds near the stronghold. Upgrading the Lodge will grant a bonus of survival skill upon resting in Barrow Hall, as well as provide access to the Warden, who offers high-level bounties. Purchase that. Then I might actually upgrade the keep. Or maybe some might. I don't know. We'll see. We have some spiders to kill, and then we have to venture forth. Also, we do need to repair that. I mean, we can at least clear the webs. Individual characters, sure. Right. Okay, spider wings. Let's take a look at what we have here. You.
I shall
Spell
be
them out.
quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
Thank you for that worthless information. And run. Okay, 3 seconds is a lot. Why so much? Critical. Oh, yeah. Okay, run. Go, 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 go.
Not good.
Yeah, not good at all. Okay. What happened to you, by the way? Might -2 and attack speed -. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it might be. It's still bad though. That was terrible luck.
Following your lead.
No, 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 no! Don't you dare. Well, hit him hard, everyone. We got 3 people there, and it was still not flanked. That is amazingly
Let's see
bad.
what lies this way.
Okay, let's try again. This time I want you to shoot him. It was a graze this time. Keep running, keep running. And use this. Come on. That's a good little guy.
Brave thou Yliel.
Just shoot him in the bloody... Ow. Really? He's still alive? Sure.
Absolutely.
Ask this one for help.
Kinda stuck over here.
Okay, now run.
I'd be glad.
Seriously, run. Okay.
At once. I'm here.
There's one of you.
Hey,
Knock him down.
I'm here.
Stand together!
yes.
I'm here. I'm here.
It's the same thing, -2 might. Oh, come on, guys. You could do better than that.
I'm here.
Okay, there was one big spider right there. Also, someone leveled up. Nice. Okay, what should we upgrade? Athletics, Endurance 55, or Survival? Bonus damage versus flanked. Let's go with this. Vigorous defense. The fighter becomes fiercely determined to deflect all incoming blows, dramatically increasing all defenses for a short time. How long? 15 seconds. Once per encounter. Okay, let's test it out, shall we?
Keeping an eye out.
Okay, are there any other spiders except the big one up there? Nope.
I'm here.
Hey,
I'm here.
most inconvenient.
Why did you graze him? What happened? Missed with additional effect because...
Not to alarm you.
Following your lead.
There's your deep wound right there. Right. No, it's this one I want. Whatever. Oh, you still use that. Oh, you use both. Wonderful. Still alive? Finish it. Misery progress. Spider Queen.
I'll see what I can find.
Far smaller than its wider cousins, this pocket-sized spider has surprisingly outer little eyes. It circles around to look up at you whenever you approach. Cool. A pet. And it's a spider. That's a double bonus for me. I believe this door will open from downstairs. Now I have to rest because of some poor performances that we pulled out of nowhere. Okay, let's give you some lore, as always. Let's see. Area of effect, that's a big radius. Beneficial effect suspended. Delay of motion. Attack speed minus movement speed for 20 seconds. Not bad, but honestly I have to check for better things. Corrode damage, that goes for endurance on this guy. Crackling boat, now that's a decent one. I do believe that my Cypher will have better luck using this. Caster becomes a living generator for a powerful bolt of electricity that sparks out in a straight line and bounces off the walls, harming anything caught in its path. Okay, we can have that. This one. 40 seconds for movement speed, attack speed. I honestly don't think so. Expose vulnerabilities. Area of effect, minus 5 damage reduction, minus 10 deflection, concentration. That's actually pretty decent. I might go with that. Let's take a look at this. Vulnerability. Bars the enemy's combat vulnerability. Okay, that's exactly what we read about. Summons a flaming bow of molten earth that explodes on a target location, causing burn damage to woe in the area of effect. 27 to 37. Oh, this is definitely much better. Calicott's Minor Blights creates a ball of energy in the caster's hand that can be thrown at an enemy, causing burn, freeze, corrode, or shock damage to anyone caught in the area of effect. Blights are continuously replenished until the spell ends. For 81 seconds, that's not that bad, but I think I want this one. And you are? The caster to appear visibly displaced. If it was for anyone else but the caster, I would have picked that, probably. Minulet's Bouncing Missile. 16 to 24. Not that powerful, actually. Someone's Dream Missiles. Oh, so it's 3 times 16. That's... okay, that's actually pretty decent. So the target lead to 2 additional targets each. That sounds great. Noxious Burst. Spells for the poisonous cloud of Foundless that causes corrode damage and leaves the victims sickened. A sickened character has all attributes reduced by 1. Fortitude and Will are reduced by 10. Oh, nice. That's actually pretty decent. And that's a very good damage area of effect. Accuracy plus 10 versus Fortitude. So if you cast this and you cast it again, it will be more powerful the second time. Repulsive visage. The caster's face becomes a nightmarish mask of rotten insect-infested flesh or other images of unspeakable horror, compelling all nearby foes to become terrified and sickened. Reduces by 4, accuracy is reduced by 20 for all sources, overrides frightened. Well, I'm gonna go with the gas. I think it's a little bit better. And this? Sure. Let's get your lore up. Lore their endless host and harbingers of doom. Generates a feel of terror, frightening enemies in the area of effect. Okay, frightened. Resolve and dexterity are reduced by 2. Accuracy is reduced by 10. It's not bad. One doesn't stood against the power of the saint. Decreases the duration of the defenses against frightened and terrified effects for allies in the area of effect. Not that great. Allies leave hazardous trail of frost whenever they move, hobbling and causing freeze damage to enemies. That doesn't sound great. Sure-handed Illa knocked her arrows with speed, decreases the reload time, and increases the speed of ranged attacks for all allies. Isn't that the same thing? Anyway, reduces the accuracy of disengagement, attacks for enemies of area of effect. No, let's go with this one. Okay, Kana, make me proud. Also, before we rest, I do want to read something at least, so... Visions. You have seen visions of another time and place. You are walking in a grand cathedral towards a giant machine, and a man standing in front of it. You wanted to ask him something, but what? It wasn't clear. Nice sketches. Okay. The Dyewood has healthy bear population throughout most avoids the civilized areas and roads used by the kid. Nobles sometimes hunt bears for sport, but most colonists, old-timers and Glenfathians simply avoid them. The forests of the eastern reach contain game that puts up the less of a fight than an angry bear. The beetle. Now that's a little bit better because, unlike the bears, this is actually a great creature to fight. Stone beetle. Is it all the same for everyone? Beetles are not quite man-sized, but they strike a sufficient intimidating form of frightened off most travelers. The almighty large insect never failed to impress the terrified visitors and reinforce the image of the Dyewood as a barely civilized backwater. The expansive wilderness is in the around the Dyewood and Air Glenfat gives beetles plenty of room to multiply. The most successful species of large beetles have evolved not only to camouflage themselves in the surrounding environment, but also to grow carapaces made out of common and hardy material, such as wood, stone, and adra. Glenfathian tribes have been known to fashion crude shields and even weapons out of the limbs of the shells of these beetles. Despite all appearances of the contrary, there is an underlying complexity to the common beetle. When they choose the material with which to develop their shells, they do so with a level of intention that borders on artistry. Wood beetles will often burrow intricate holes in their carcasses. By blowing air through these makeshift pipes, they play an eerie music to attract mates. Stone beetles fashion rudimentary tusks and horns that help them to defend themselves and to attack prey. The incarnations of Adra beetles are as yet not well understood, save that they are notoriously difficult to kill. Cool. And let's downgrade the last journey with boars. Okay. Wild boars are considered a nuisance and then in danger in the areas most colonists settle in. Aggressive and fearless boars have killed many humans and elven children, as well as fully grown olans. Packs of boars can be a threat to any traveler or explorer. They are notoriously difficult to put down, but their tusks are valued by traders and enchanters alike. Okay, the next two are actually interesting, but we're gonna leave that for the next time we decide to rest. And so we entered Say Noah once more. Oh dear.
I'll see what I can find.
No, don't rest here. What's wrong with you?
Keeping an eye out.
Okay, just in case, let's move in.
Here we are. To think we are so close. Beneath our very feet lie the endless paths built by Ad Nua, the great Engwithan king. Well, up here this is all Adiran, of course. But should we descend far enough, we will find some real history.
This is what I'm counting on. Artifacts of immense power, or maybe knowledge that will help me.
To uncover that great king's tomb would be a dream. But it is one of his servants I am after. Gabranos, a powerful mage and a dedicated scholar, a keeper of lore, just as I mean to be. He was in possession of the Tanvi Oratoa, or whatever form of it preceded the one we know. I've seen it in ruins, alongside Gabranos' name, scraps of the same symbols and verses we know in Rauatai. He must have held the words in high regard. Or perhaps he was even the author.
You sound very impressed by this, Gabranos. They say he held power over the elements, but I'm not more interested in his writings. He was a prolific author. I haven't been able to translate everything, but I've seen enough to know that he traveled far and wide. If only we could have met him, what wisdom he could share, but we can follow his example by strive to learn from those around us, improve upon it. You actually have never read his writings, have you? Well, not entirely. How could I? It's a dead language, and hardly anyone has translated even a small fraction of it. But what little I can, I have translated by comparing symbols in his work to what others have found. I pieced together a phrase from the Tavai or Toha, clear as day. I even gave it to the keeper to check, but she was convinced I'd written it myself. And why is this book so important to you? Rutai forces troubled times. Once we were unified people, but that's changing, and the Tavai Ora Toha is at the heart of that. There are those who say that we haven't had and haven't held to its instructions, that we've allowed ourselves to grow weak and polluted our traditions by welcoming foreigners, rather than laying claim to lands around us, that we must hold to these traditions if we are to make of ourselves a nation to be feared. My brothers would have it so, but we don't need to isolate ourselves to make Rutai great. I know there's more to the chant, and it wasn't created out of sand and water 1,000 years ago, but brought to Rutai by the Engwithians, by a people that knew the value of alliances and shared their knowledge with us. And with that knowledge we made Rutai what it is today. If I can find the original, I can prove it. They'll know the chant is far older than we believed. The Engwithians favored peace and the trade of knowledge. If we follow in their footsteps, we can make a kingdom just as grand and lasting as theirs. The Engwithians are all gone. Yes, though I haven't had much luck in discovering why that is. Was it a plague, I wonder? A disease? Perhaps we'll find answers to that questions below as well. And what if someone else already looted it? Well, we'll track them down. I only half jest though. If it's elsewhere, then all the better. Perhaps it's been preserved, even translated in part. I see. I beg a favor to ask. And if you aid me in this, I will owe you more than I can say. Are you always this excitable? We're on the verge of a great discovery. I wonder at your restraint. Let's just keep moving.
If my sources are correct, Gabranos will have brought the text with him. It will probably be within a library, or a tomb perhaps. It tends to be one of the two.
As usual.
Let's be off.
A creepy place with much knowledge and
Quietly
artifacts.
now.
It is the artifacts I want. Look at them, following me. A minor ring of protection. I think I'm gonna give this to you because you usually find yourself engaged in melee damaging stuff and stuff. Let's head down. Okay, I see some serps. I'm gonna try. I can see 3 and a priest 4. 5. Okay,
Hey,
I need you over here.
I'm here.
You'll be
Yes?
fine. You go over there. Three of them. Are those skirmishers, by the way? This one is. See, 2 skirmishers. One of them is a bowman.
I'm here.
Good shot.
Pray.
Okay, there's another priest. Can you use that on him? Okay, that's a lot of them actually. Let's use that cloud. Let's see what it does. That's good. Use it again. Good. 50 skirmisher badly wounded. It's the charmed one. It's not bad actually. Go over here. Let's use that fireball because we need those spells active now. Okay, did you kill anyone? Oh, great. He survived that. As usual. Skirmisher still lives, damn it. Try to knock him down. Come on. Okay, he's near dead. So is the priest here.
how may I help?
Good, good. Okay. Need you to attack this guy. No, actually, attack this one. You know, don't. Let's use that guy to flank. Still alive. I don't want to go any further because we might encounter something I don't want to fight. So, use that on him.
How may I help?
These are in for a
Go on,
walking.
guys, go. 13, not bad, barely injured.
Curses. Aspect worth and rough.
Yeah, that's right. Make him bleed. Okay, he's dead. Attack this guy. Let's use this.
Hey.
What is this about? Burst rip. Constitution goes down. And you? Movement speed is down. It's fine.
How may I help?
He's close enough, I believe. Yeah, that's it. He's dazed. It's good. It means he will die. Nice shot there. Very well done, actually. I think that Poisonous Cloud was pretty decent, though I didn't use it correctly. I mean, I did use it correctly, but how should I put this? I could have gotten more targets with it. Another skirmisher, you see. We shall see how powerful it is in a moment.
Hey.
You move over there.
I'm here.
You move over
Hey.
here. You wait for this. Okay, guys, attack him. Badly injured, deeply wounded, and finish him off. You, use that and that.
I'm here.
Go on. And one count. There he goes. Nice shot. I'm actually pretty proud of you. Okay, everyone, stay close. There's blood in here. Hello.
I'm here.
Okay, he's dead. Now charge in this guy. Take him down.
Yes. Yes.
I almost killed him. Oh, not bad, not bad. He did a lot of damage to me.
I shall be discreet.
I should be more careful next time. In fact, why don't you guys stay here? I'm gonna go and scout. Okay, we have a champion here. Trap. Too many. Dear oh dear. Well, I might take them all down. Let's hope that there's something else in the other way.
I'm here.
Okay, why don't you stay here? We'll wait for those guys to return and we are going to attack them.
Following your lead.
There you are. Kill him. There we go. Really didn't expect you to die from that. This syrup is lying in the corner of the chamber. Its ribs show thickly bred in skulky hide. Its breathing is labored, each whistling breath causing obvious discomfort. It doesn't seem to be reacting to my presence. I examined the syrup. I looked at the creature. There was a strange discoloration on his skin in several places. but I could not see anything that would inform me of what ails it. So I cut his throat. It would be more of a mercy to put him down. He barely made a sound. There was a muted wet gurgle, and then the creature lied still, blood pooling beneath the withered body. Soon enough its eyes were glossy, empty of life. It's what you had to. You work on a farm long enough. You come to understand that even if it's never easy. Okay, if you say so, but
I shall be quiet as a calm sea.
even if it
Which
was
is
okay, I was gonna
not
kill it.
very.
Those creatures have proven to be my enemies time and again. Stay there. Cool. Difficulty 6, eh? Hand and key. This rolled up piece of parchment is covered in smarted charcoal screws. Let me get down writing. I knew this was a shit plan from the start. Marek, Grateful and Toddler convinced me we are going to take the syrup into helping us fill our pockets, help Andres right into the great big pit more like. And now you've all run out of like hairs. Meanwhile, here's me, up to my armpits in bones and syrup shit. I hope you all rot down here. I hope Marek trips right off the edge of the world and Drampen loses what's left of his wits and guts. The rest of you. 5 of us left, and you run curse each of every one of you. And curse me too for dying here on an account of a bunch of middling pisspots. Here's for when one of you rotten lizards bastards learns some Adrian. I hope you all fucking choke. Hand and key. Take a look at that thing, shall we? It looks ridiculous. Do you want to wear this? Somehow looks good on him. Maybe because his hands are glowing. What's the DR on that thing? 10. What's the DR on my thing? 10 as well. So this is heavy armor. No, it's medium. Worn by Perfil, a paladin of the kind Wayfarers, this breastplate bears an elegant relief of 2 hands pressing a key, Perfil commissioned by the armor of the Menspries. His dedication to the idea of opening paths and doors for those who might otherwise find the passage too dangerous, while his devotion to the order dictated almost every facet of the man's life. Perfil was also a faithful apprehend of the guard barrack, and the hand and key served a personal reminder that the final door he opened would bring him into the gods' keeping. Unfortunately he was wrong, however, as it brought him down a bit and he died in horrible pain, all alone, lost to the world. Which one of you should wear this? DR10 is a pretty decent one. Pierce speed, minus 40, fine, plus 2 damage reduction. Defense against confused, charmed, and dominated. The ice damage doesn't change. Piercing damage is better. Okay, you can have this artifact for now. What to do with you? Yeah, you can keep that for now as well. And place this there. Arrow's Grimoire. You can have only one, right? Yeah. You could actually place him here. I thought so. Sure. Why not? Everyone stay there. I need to recover there. Okay, 3 of them. Are they skirmishers? Yes, no, and no. And a champion. Okay, no. This way then. Just make sure you don't spring a trap or something. I see 3 of them. A skirmisher, and a bat. Okay, so careful there. And 2 more. 5. Why is it so many? Okay, how to deal with them? Well, everyone go here.
I'm here. Certainly.
You, my dear, I'm going to ask them to join us for a fight, and if they don't stop chasing you until you reach that point, we're simply going to wait for them to knock you out
Absolutely.
and come and rescue you. Why are you actually following her? Wait. No, I haven't equipped it on it. You know.
Yes.
Whatever then. It's a skirmish. Shot and run. Run. Ow. Okay, they stopped.
I'm here.
Good little spiderling.
I'd be
Stay
glad
there.
to.
Ah, I see, because she was the only one.
Let's see what lies this way.
There's no way I can know that. Does your help? Still good enough.
I'm here.
Hey,
Stay here. Might actually
Yes.
shoot one of them. And while the others are running away, keep running. Shoot him. 2 of them. One of them is a skirmisher.
Yes.
Okay, go here. All of you here. Switch that weapon.
hey,
I'm here.
Guess we
Quietly
can
now.
keep doing that until they all die. No, we can do that only 2 more times.
Absolutely.
hey.
And I'll stay down. Good. I'll finish him off.
Yes.
Choice, you have to wait there.
At once.
Nice and quiet.
Hey. I shot.
Keep running. Keep running. Really?
Hey,
Go here. Don't move.
taxed my curses.
Where are you going? Okay, he's dead. Focus on this guy. Next. Oh, no, no, no. You're not going anywhere. If their bones still slept under the hill, Note can say.
Hey,
Rock 10! Brave thou Yliel.
He's still alive there. Stop it. Okay, go here. See there. Sure.
Hello? Hello?
His perception is a bit down.
I'll see what I can find.
No one in here. Okay,
Nice and quiet.
stay there. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 of them are definitely champions. This goes down, and this is another champion. Seems like he's alone though. What do we have here? Well, actually those two connect, so maybe he's not alone. Okay, what do we have? Skirmisher. One skirmisher. And a champion as well. Damn it. Okay guys, get out of there.
Brave thou Yliel.
Try to kill them. The Watcher speaks directly to the soul of his or her enemies, filling them with dread. Area of effect 3 meters. Let's use this. Let me use that. Move over here. You. Shoot him. Go from here and use that bow on him. Okay, can you summon
Following
something?
your lead.
No. Who killed him? Yeah, he knocked him out. Great. So those bows are actually effective only against my guys.
Hi?
Help him with that.
Hey.
Where did you guys come from?
And rock!
Okay, there goes one of you at least. Take him down, come on.
Lava!
Still alive? Just glorious, go. Use that. Why do you say it's flanked? He's not flanked. There is absolutely no one else here. No, go, 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 go. Is that a skirmisher? Yes.
Hey.
Use that. Okay. Knock him down. He's not flanked, of course, because, I don't know, game logic.
How may I help?
Help him on that. Knock him.
I shall deal with this one.
Man, that was close.
I'll see what I can find.
Fortunately, that thing is still alive. And it's not alone. Right, so let's get out of here and rest, then we'll come back here. Maybe, I actually haven't decided. Maybe I will just continue on somewhere else. Serve priests. Let's read about the blights. That would make for a fine read before bed. Before we do that, well, those guys need to go here. Ripple sponge. I know, we'll think about it. The fact is that our mage is pretty decent. Interesting. Can you equip that? Just want to see something. I don't care about that. Trust of the Tattered Bale. How much money? 100 cops. 300 for this. It wouldn't be that bad. Level 2, that's level 3. Can you equip this for now? Wizard's double, no uses left. Yeah, I know. Why do you even have that? Anyway. You can keep this, Potion of Eldritch Aim, stuff and stuff and stuff and stuff. We no longer have the rest bonus, so... Right. We can still retrain our characters though. It's not that expensive even. How good is our cipher right now? Halfway to the next level. Yeah, she will always be falling behind, but not with that much anymore. Yeah, that's giving 1 intelligence, this gives you 2 intelligence, so you keep that. You can have the turbine, use it to hide the ears, anyway. Right. Earth Blight. Okay, we're gonna read only the Earth Blight. These amorphous clouds rapidly swirl with violent energy. Within the masters dozens of hundreds of shapes materialize and vanish within the instant. Faces scream in silent agony, while hands desperately clutch the claw and the air around the mass. Buick, spirit winds, as these storms are known, often create blights. If souls are rippled free of the bodies and caught in the center of the storm, they may become stuck together and bounded with any other element substantive in measure of storm. They are pure chaos and confusion, and destroying them is considered a mercy to the soul trapped within. Experimenting with blight creation is yet another questionable activity that has earned the Animancers a bad reputation in many circles. Some see it as a dangerous inhumane, others as a mean to an end. The creation of the blight is an creation many fearful kid level of Animancers. Okay. Why not just have a separate category called blights? I mean, it's not like the Beatles all have the same sketch. Oh, yes they do. Well, the boards don't get... Yep, they do. Oh, come on. What about the ghouls? Ghouls will make a nice read, actually. Lurker. Ooze. Shadows. And the skeleton. Skirt. What about the Spider Queen? We don't have much about her. Yeah, see? Those guys have different sketches. Right. There's also the Drakes. We haven't read about those guys yet. Wait, did we... Oh, so those guys were Drakes. Very low level Drake, apparently. Level 2. Still. They have a different biography than the big ones. Drakes represent the middle stage of a dragon's life cycle. They have developed from worms, but have not reached, and may never reach, the dragon stage. Drakes will aggressively defend their territory and seek to expand as much possible. Drakes are actively hostile against other Drakes who represent competition for the scarce resources. Yeah, no, they don't. Their coloration reflects the territory they have claimed. A drake living in the swamps, for instance, may be shade of green, brown and black, and possess niching membranes, a flat snout, and raised nostrils. While all drakes can be breathe fire, many also developed alternative breath attacks, incorporating other elements. The young dragon being their life cycle as a worm. Though most never develop beyond the stage, worms are clever and sly, if not especially intelligent. To develop into a drake, and eventually a dragon, a worm must have ample space and resources. They will not develop if they live near existing drakes and dragons. They must seek out habitat that has not already been claimed by a larger counterpart. Since the chances of a further development are low, most worms will band together in the caverns of survival. They are bold and highly aggressive creatures. If not particularly intelligent, the intense competition for food and territory demands this. Okay. Interesting. Let's rest. Yeah, I have a bed, so what? Anyway, that's where I'm gonna end the episode. Thank you all for joining me, and I'm gonna see you all next time. Goodbye.